Why again was good? That's a subscribe button he put on for your hood. Look, today we got the NBA's most dumbest wannabe gangster. You know who it is? It's that nigga John Morant, chat. It's the nigga John Morant, bro. Get to the video.
Out of the 5 major American sports, basketball is the hardest sport to make it to the pros. 1 in 12,363 players, or
do not go to fabletters.com. Do not take our historically low offer. 2 for 24 shorts, 1 for $24.
Or 0.008% of players will get signed to a professional team. To put that in perspective, if every dot on a basketball represents 1 potential pro signee, 3 dots out of the 35,000 will make it.
Damn.
The NBA also happens to pay their players the
3 out of 3,000?
with the average salary
3%.
per player being roughly $10 million per year, which would place you in the top 0.1% of earners in the United States. So someone like John Morant securing the extraordinary job as a professional basketball player means he has basically won the lottery of life. He worked extremely hard and is being rewarded at the highest level for his efforts. And instead of building his legacy and setting up potential generational wealth for him and his family, he's deciding to take on the role as a gangster rapper, assaulting people, flexing weapons on Instagram, and trying to prove to the world that he really is about that life. Only person who made the NBA
Is Ja from the hood? We from the burbs. I don't know, like he...
Back to the hood. Ja grew up in South Carolina in a small, quiet country town called Dalzell. Dalzell is a few miles outside of Sumter.
Down south, they suburbs, that's like, down south suburbs, like the hood. Like it's different from a city. Like me, I'm from Jersey City, so all I see is city. But down south, you see Dennis Hood and the Baby Hood and J. Cole Hood. They all like houses a little bit, but it's not houses. It's an actual hood. Like for example, up here we got like Franklin, New Jersey, and Willingboro, and maybe like Sicklerville in Jersey. It's houses in there, but it's the hood. So I don't know.
Which is ranked as the 46th most dangerous city in South Carolina. He went to Crestwood High School, where student academic most dangerous city is a few miles outside of Sumter, which is ranked as the 46th most dangerous city in South Carolina.
That's why. There's a high chance that the people from Sumter, South Carolina, they moved where John Morant was at. That's why his town, his suburban area is crowded. It's crowded with,
He went to Crestwood High School, where student academic performance is just about average with the entire state. It's pretty safe to say that Ja grew up in a very average American suburb, surrounded by slightly above average crime rate, and went to an average school. We have no reason to believe that he is a gangster or is gang affiliated in any way. He has no criminal...
Yo, was this Zion? Yo, what the fuck?
No history of violence, and really only a few minor arguments on the court, which is extremely normal. Ja has 2 loving parents who have always supported his basketball dreams and are very proud of him. His mother describes him as a genuinely loving person. His father T used all of his free time to privately train Ja and help him become the superstar he is today. Morant is only 23. He was drafted as the number 2 overall pick by the Memphis Grizzlies in 2019. He won Rookie of the Year in his first season after averaging nearly 18 points per game, and every year his stats have just gotten better and better. This year he's been on fire, with a 27-point average while shooting 46%. In the 2022 offseason, Ja signed a 5-year extension with the Memphis Grizzlies. This contract would earn him 25% of the salary cap yearly, which is estimated to be around $40 million per year, putting him roughly in the top 10
making $40 million a year, chat. Damn.
Earners in the entire NBA. His performance in the first 5 seasons are reminiscent of Derrick Rose, Russell Westbrook, and Allen Iverson. Ironically, AI and Ja have even more in common, indulging in a lifestyle that is synonymous with rappers, more specifically, gangster rappers. Allen Iverson liked to party, go to clubs, drink, and gamble, which ultimately led to the downfall of his career. Ja Morant, as of recent, likes to show people how tough he is. On January 3rd, 2023, TMZ reported that Ja Morant was allegedly involved in the attack of a minor during a basketball game in July at his Tennessee home. The two got into an argument, and the teenager said Ja approached him, put his chin on his shoulder, and asked a bystander, "Should I do it to him?" then struck him with a closed fist, knocking him to the ground. From there, Ja continued sticking him while on the ground, and another man jumped in and began hitting the boy as well. Officers in the
That nigga was 17. Why are you homie jumping in? I'm 18. If I see a 16-year-old talking shit to me and my man jump in, I'm like, cuz, chill out. He's a 16-year-old, cuz, chill out. He a minor.
They noted the teenager had a large knot on his head. Ja says he did strike the boy, but he was acting in self-defense after the boy threw a basketball at him. Morant told officers the teenager made verbal threats stating he'd light his house up as he was being escorted off the property. There are also separate reports that say that Ja hit the boy 12 to 13 times and even went into his house, grabbed a gun, and put it in his waistband, taunting the boy. Now, NBA news outlets were harping on the fact that the kid was 17, but to give Ja the benefit of the doubt, a 17-year-old these days most definitely could light your house up. The four people involved in Pop Smoke's murder were 19, 18, 17, and 15. It's easy to see 17 and think of an innocent boy, but that may not be the case. The teenager did press charges, and the boy's mother demanded $20 million from Morant, but the charges were dropped due to insignificant evidence, and it was looking more like a false allegation for someone to make a quick payday off an NBA player. But 4 days before this fight, Ja had another police report filed by a security guard at a finish line in the Memphis Mall. The altercation started after Morant's mother had a dispute with an employee, which led her to call her son. Ja showed up with 9 men. A verbal confrontation transpired, and then a member of
Your mom was in trouble. She called you. You put up with 9 men. Y'all niggas 10 deep for one nigga? Nah, bro. Nah. You wild, cuz. You wilding out right now. You can't be no 10 deep in the mall for one nigga, bro. If my man's in trouble, he calling me. All right, cool. I'm making my man's. I'll be 3 deep. I'll be 3 on one person. Make him back up. And mind you, I'm calling my man's just in case it's really trouble. If he talking shit to my man's, I bet I'm pulling up by myself. Shit, I'm by myself. 10 deep is wild, bro. For one person,
pushed the security guard in the head. Morant then said, "Let me find out what time he gets off," which made the guard want to file a report as he felt threatened by Morant's statement. Now, Ja had the opportunity to show the world how gangsta he was when Shannon Sharpe pressed the Grizzlies on the sidelines of their match against the Lakers. Shannon yelled at Dylan Brooks saying he can't guard LeBron, to which Dylan responded, "F you." Shannon retaliated and stood on the sideline.
See Dylan walking away because he don't want that smoke. Let's see what Ja Morant does.
For them to get in his face. Ja's father T even got up and barked at him a little bit, but nobody wanted to get up and close to Shannon. Ja yelled from across the court.
And the Grizzlies.
And as soon as people tried to usher Shannon away, that's when the Grizzlies decided to try and press him.
How the fuck
Shannon
chat
to Shannon. Ja yelled from across the court.
And the Grizzlies.
Look at Ja. Ja's at the elbow. He's at the elbow of the left side of the court. The Lakers court.
As soon as people tried to usher Shannon away.
How they get right here next to the corner 3?
That's when the Grizzlies decided to try and press him. Shannon later said, "They don't want this smoke. They don't want problems. But I wanted everything they had." Fast forward 1 week later, and Ja got into an altercation with Chris Duarte of the Indiana Pacers. Chris pushed him 3 times while Ja repeated, "Don't touch me." But Ja had some plans for retaliation after the game. Acquaintances of Grizzlies star Ja Morant aggressively confronted members of the Pacers traveling party near the team's bus in the loading area of FedEx Forum Arena. And later, someone in a slow-moving SUV, which Morant was riding in, trained a red laser on them. We don't know if Ja was the one who pointed the laser, and we also...
That shit, man. Wise nigga once told me, that's this word to sue Surf. Surf what we said. You point that laser, you better shoot that shit, nigga, because that gonna expose you. Shit, you pointing that laser at the bro, he start running, that don't make him the bitch. You the bitch for not shooting that gun. Bro, you gonna tell me that you get your pole, then point the laser on, turn the laser on to point it at the nigga and not blow? Come on now, boy. That's
Don't
pump
know if
faking.
that laser was attached to a gun, but was Ja trying to do the first post-NBA game
Scat bag,
drive-by?
okay.
I guess by comparison, it's
Something
not
like
as
that.
bad as
I
Gilbert
want scat
Arenas. The Wizards player in 2009 brought a gun into the locker room and threatened to shoot one of his teammates over a card game. But let's not forget that last year at 2 in the morning, Ja said to a Twitter op that it's free to see how hollows feel, referring to hollow tip bullets. And if that evidence wasn't enough, just see how.
Let me show you something, bro. If you was really in the field, ain't no phones on in the hood past 1 o'clock. It's past 1 o'clock, that's work time. It's time to put on some work. Phones are off. Phones are in airplane mode. You should not be in your phones. If you was really in that field job, you would know your phone should not be on 2 in the morning, because that's work time, bro. Come on now,
How
dog.
hollows feel, referring to hollow tip
You know about that
bullets.
shit.
And if that evidence wasn't enough, just last
Shit should be
week,
in
Ja
airplane
went on
mode, chat.
Instagram Live while he was at the strip club and flashed a gun to the camera. This action prompted a 2-game suspension, as well as Ja deactivating all of his social media pages. Obviously, 99% of people denounced this behavior, but some people like Gilbert Arenas and Paul Pierce defended Ja, basically saying,
These two out of all, okay.
I understand why he carries a gun. Ja,
Mr. Stick in the arena and Mr. got stabbed in the club. All right, bet, of course.
everything going right for him. He's living a
I want
life
you to
that's
chat.
near
I'm on
impossible
John
to
Fight because
achieve. So
I
why
feel
does
how
he want to
Ja
run
feel.
around and
'Cause I
act
carry my
gangsta
shit all the
now?
time. I don't
Bro,
know
you
niggas
not hard. That's not your
do me out
life.
there. But the thing is, though, you're doing to stretch. There's a point in time where you gotta chill out. Like you on live with your pole. That's wild. That's wild. That's wild. There's certain limits you do when you really up there in that life. If you want that life, you gotta be chill and level. Cause at the end of the day, you don't know who's watching you. And that's why you gotta move.
In that life
move
would give
cautious, you heard?
anything to be in your.
Did you know that $6.9 billion was lost to cybercrime last
What
year?
did he say?
It targets
What Shannon
everyone.
say?
Hey, Ice,
Another
my car's
ad?
out of warranty.
Back to
I'm
back?
worried
No,
about
I'm
a big
paying.
auto repair bill.
I'm paying this
At
nigga
the
bills
end.
for real.
You need coverage through car
I'm
shield.
paying
They
his
can
bills for real.
not your life.
What's that?
And now,
Bro, you not hard. That's not your life.
Facts.
People that in that life would give anything to be in your
position.
life.
damn, I swear sports and music are so synonymous.
You gave me 40 million a year, chat. I'm getting all my I got homies. I have 4 close homies that I'm with right now. 4 close homies. I'm getting all my 4 homies. We all get 10 mil. We out the short hills, Cherry Hills. We moving to fucking Haddonfield, Morristown, anywhere. Fucking
Because
mansions.
we
you
want
heard?
to be them and they want to be
Shit.
us. Those lyrics come
Make it
from
40
Thank Me
million.
Now,
We
the
all
final
here.
track on Drake's 2010 debut album, Thank Me Later. Rappers love the esteem, the money, and the safety that basketball players have, but basketball players love the lifestyle that rappers have. We know that Ja loves NBA Youngboy. He is constantly going on IG Live rapping along to his lyrics. Youngboy has a way of making his nefarious lifestyle sound fun and exciting, even though it's extremely stressful and he likely has a target on his back 24/7. Like we said before, Ja is from a small suburb in the middle of South Carolina, and we have reason to believe he's had a pretty solid and stable upbringing. He moved to Memphis, which is known for being a dangerous city, home to a lot of famous rappers. He became the face of the Grizzlies.
I see some shit on Instagram. It said this should trade John the Bulls. I started dying.
Franchise. So everyone in the city loves him. When he goes to the club, where real Memphis gangsters probably hang out, they likely show him love. Even rival gangsters in Memphis could probably bond over the Grizzlies being their favorite team. He's getting a taste of their lifestyle, the lifestyle that his favorite rappers glamorize. They are bringing him places he never would have been able to go, and he probably isn't too worried about his safety because he doesn't have enemies. He wants the power and the respect that comes with having street cred, but he doesn't have to risk his life for it, and he has a guaranteed $10 million yearly salary. Ja has everything they don't, and he wants the one thing they have. But the one thing that they have requires them to be alert and prepared to risk their life at any given moment. Some people say 23 years old is enough to know better, but there's no doubt that a small reason why he's acting out is due to his age. 23 with enough money to do whatever he wants is...
Nigga, I'm 18. Nigga, I'm 18. I moved out the hood. I moved out the hood. I turned 18 August. I left the hood October. And never ever looked back. Work a job, do construction, staying out the hood, staying out the mix. There's no reason for you to be 23 years old trying to fit in with gangsters, bro. I was in that field. Shit not fun, bro. Don't you ever do that shit.
Especially when his father is also indulging in his son's success. The NBA definitely wants to see Ja succeed, but if he continues down this path, he will be ostracized by the media, and eventually it will be too risky for any team to bring him on. His career will be cut short similar to other players who have tried these antics in the past. And the funny part about that is, his new friends...
I was watching this channel, this nigga named, his Rebound. He made a post on, this player for the Hawks who actually got paperwork signed for him to be a gangbanger, and he caught a body and shit. So it was like
bringing him into this lifestyle won't be there for
shit.
him when he isn't a star basketball player anymore.
This is Bronny James.
That's the end of the video. I guess there's an ad right there, so about the video over. But yeah, chat, you know, if you're on the field, bro, try to make a way out of it. If you're out the way, don't get in the way. You know, there's 2 lanes in the road. You can't be in the center. You can't be in the center because if you're in that middle lane, there's gonna be 2 exits. There's gonna be the exit and there's a lane you stay in. That middle lane ends up stopping. You gotta pick a lane. Success, downfall. That's why I call it exit. You take that exit route, success. You keep going that lane. That's a whole detour, recalculation, GPS broken, Siri acting retarded. That's the downfall. Keep your head up and stay 10 toes, chat. Peace. Stop. There's an update on Ja Morant's situation. Voice over by my boy Chris Move.
Adam Silver says that the NBA has made their decision on how they're going to punish Ja Morant, but he wants to wait until after the NBA Finals. He says it's not fair for the players and the teams because this
in the way. I'm gonna add to my photos. Just the video that y'all just watched. I'm putting my photos.
probably going to be in the news cycle for longer than a day. He said that we've uncovered a fair amount of additional information regarding all of the incidents with Ja Morant toting. Adam Silver says that they could have brought this to a conclusion already, but they're waiting. Wow,
Why
a commissioner waiting. I don't know if that's ever happened before.
I think it's because of the NBA Finals right now, because you know how, like, remember back in the bubble when the Bucks broke out the season and shit. He think that there's so many people on Ja Morant's side that they could boycott watching the finals and drop all the ratings down. That would be insane. Just to know the NBA stock go down, Kia goes down, State Farm that they tie with goes down, all that stuff go down. You feel me?
See what happens?
Holding it.
You're starting to see another
ESPN
narrative where people are saying that Morant needs to leave the Grizzlies because of all of this and then go to another team to start fresh. Now, that doesn't make any sense. Because if this is so bad, then why would he just leave this team and go somewhere else? Why would
it's just
another team want to deal?
All you gotta do is find out if the gun's legal. All you gotta do. So, ask Ja Morant, show him the serial number. The serial number is Ja Morant has his permit, and then say the gun was legal, and then that's it. It's just like, don't do it again. But
and why would the Grizzlies have to give up their draft pick, the guy they drafted, their star player, so that somebody else could get his talents going forward?
And go to the
so that push that you're seeing from the media, from some parts of the media, where they're trying to get him out of the Grizzlies, got to keep your eye out on that. That is some cheese.
That's some cheese for real.
And what has everybody shook about this possible suspension is when they asked him if he should have come down with a heavier hand the first time, and he said he thought that an 8-game suspension
was gonna calm
seemed
down.
very serious at the time.
Exactly.
So that's why he gave that out, but obviously it didn't do anything. So now he's in this situation, and this could get ugly. Of course, right after the NBA Finals, you're going to have the NBA Draft. We've got Victor Wemby. That's a big moment. So maybe he's going to drop it before the draft, or who knows when he's going to do it. But this could get crazy. Let me know what you think in the comments section, especially about this new movement to get Morant off the Grizzlies and maybe to some other franchises to continue his career after whatever suspension he gets hit with. My songs, He Quit the Game, Lob City, and My Camo are now available on all streaming platforms.
Yo, Chris Move, thank you for the update. Yo, in my opinion, Ja Morant should just stay in the Grizzlies, bro. Just calm down, because you are hothead right now. Yo, you want really nice, bro. Calm the fuck down with this. Calm down with this pole. Keep the gun in your pants, dog. I don't even show nothing. I'ma keep the thing in your pants. You in the city, stay low. Stay in that tenant car. Stop. Just get off IG, dog. Just stop going live. Got the cameras. Anyway, but it's the end of the video, dog. Read your Bible. Be safe, chat. It's a double upload in one video. You feel me? With sequel, but alright, chat. Be safe, alright.